I'm Mark.
I'm Justin.
And we're My Loving Tiger.
We started this band 17 years ago. Now we're back.
To revisit, re-record, and re-release every song we've ever written.
So come and join us.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we take a look at recording vocals for Cupboard Wars. When we worked on this song originally, we were just talking about like life and work, and my job was having me take an aptitude test to figure out what will you be good at. And you thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And the results were depressing. One thing it said is that I shouldn't be a fireman, which I agree with. I shouldn't
be a fireman?
No, I should not be.
No,
I agree with that. That was the lowest. On the very bottom was being a fireman.
I love that it has nothing to do with your job.
Yeah, being a fireman.
Like at all. Like not in the same field, not in the...
It was just trying to figure out like what areas you'd be like have an interest in.
When they fire you.
Well, yeah. Sure.
When you're looking for new jobs after we lay you off.
Here's where you can look, not being a fireman. Right. So you thought that was pretty funny, and then kind of developed the story of this song off of that real life story.
Yeah. The idea was like the aptitude test is telling you to take all these jobs, but you'd be really terrible at these jobs. So then put into the lyrics, you know, they're telling you to be an office assistant, but you're like super clumsy. So like you keep breaking all the coffee cups.
Right.
Then they tell you to be a gas attendant, but you just can't stop smoking cicigarettes and you're pumping gas at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, that was just the idea of it. And then we got pretty autobiographical, I guess, in the chorus. Like talking about real life situations, and then it's saying that you've been counseled along, and there's charts that say you're wrong. Do you believe them?
Do I believe them? Right.
You know, so like, do you believe what this aptitude test is saying?
Should you be in a system that you'd be good at, but you would hate it and you don't agree with it, but should you do it anyways because you're good at it, you know? Like a lot of times people say, oh, you should be an accountant, it makes really good money. And it's like, I would hate that.
It's so surfacey because they're just basing that off, you're good at math.
Right.
You should be a banker because you're good at math.
Right. You like numbers.
You like numbers. Be an accountant.
I mean, that's as far as those tests can take you.
Yeah.
You know, they don't look into your soul and like what would really fulfill you.
Yeah.
So if you ever get asked to take one of these tests, I wouldn't put too much
stock in it.
Right.
This is the satirical song on the album too.
Right. That's another reason Like Congressman.
Yeah, Like Congressman was a satirical song on the first record.
Like Congressman, that is like from a character's perspective. This is also from a character's perspective.
Yep. It tells the story from the perspective of a person who keeps entering the job market and keeps being terrible for every single job.
Right.
And then they're just like, can anyone help me find my calling, you know, find my vocation?
So let's take a look at the vocals.
First, we'll set up our vocal guide track. The vocal guide track will play the melody of the vocal line. It gives us something to sing along with and ensures that we're singing the correct notes. It also makes it apparent if you're sharp or flat. Here's an example of the vocal guide track. I will pick a section of the song and set up a loop. I will sing that section multiple times. Here I start with the first verse.
A clumsy assistant makes coffee cups, contemplate funeral arrangements. Can I take a message? A clumsy assistant makes coffee cups, contemplate funeral arrangements. Can I take a message?
Then, once I've sang the section multiple times, I will edit together a final take. Here is the final take of the first verse edited together with the full vocal effect chain.
A clumsy assistant makes coffee cups, contemplate funeral arrangements. Can I take a message?
Then I move on to the second verse.
A smoking attendant makes customers incredibly nervous. I hope you have insurance. smoking attendant makes customers incredibly nervous. I hope you have insurance.
Here's a final take of the second verse with the full vocal effect change.
A smoking attendant makes customers incredibly nervous. I hope you have insurance.
Then I move on to the third verse.
A cross-eyed framer makes inspectors worry about sound construction, pencils, plans, and permits. Have you seen my hammer? A cross-eyed framer makes inspectors worry about sound construction, pencils, plans, and permits. Have you seen my hammer?
Here's the final take of the third verse with the vocal effect change.
A cross-eyed framer makes inspectors worry about sound construction, pencils, plans, and permits. Have you seen my hammer?
Now I move on to the chorus.
A majoring in metaphors for real life situations. A majoring in metaphors for real life situations. I've been counseled along the sharks and sail. Sharks and sail. Woo. I've been counseled along the sharks and sail. Do I believe them?
Here's the final take of the chorus with the full vocal effect change.
I'm majoring in metaphors for real life situations. I've been counseled along the charts and sail wrong. Do I believe them?
And last I move on to the outro.
I seem to be without. I seem to be without. I seem to be without real world application. Real world application. Is there anyone to help? Is there anyone to help? Is there anyone to help me with the skills I am lacking? Me with the skills I am lacking.
Here is the final take of the outro with the full vocal effect change.
I seem to be without a real world application. Is there anyone to help me with the skills I am lacking?
So that was vocals.
Comment below if you would like to be a fireman.
And once you're done filling out that application, head over to Spotify or listen here on YouTube to the final version of Cupboard Wars. If you want to stay connected, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications. Also, join our mailing list. There's a link in the description below.
See you in the next video when we wrap up
Cupboard Wars.